Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jaco with Unleashing Intuition Secrets. The lies, the deceit from the Marxist left will continue and are going to really inflame a lot of us, not with inspiration, but with disgust, until the November 2026 elections. All right. Trying to destroy and discredit the Trump administration like they did after 2016, when President Trump was first put into office. So if in the very unlikely chance, but if by chance, the Democrats do achieve to take the House and or the Senate, our country is dead, right? Our country is dead. We have the leftist Marxists, which will take over and it's done. America's done. All right, so we have one last chance. Now, it was very close in Nashville. We had a special election, and the Democrats, like I've said, and I have other people on my show that have said that there is a massive amount of money that's being money laundered through Maricopa, Arizona, into Nashville. And we just saw almost the result of that, where you had a Democrat who hates Nashville, hates the people of Nashville, hates country music. You got to be kidding me, in Nashville. And she came close to winning. All right. It wasn't because there was a big push to make sure that the Republican, who normally wins by 22 points, I think he barely won, was voted into office. So this is going to continue all the way up until the November 2026 elections. It's going to be every week. There'll be something new. A couple of weeks ago, it was Jeffrey Epstein. They don't care. The Democrats don't care that they, for the most part, Democrats are going to be found to be, very culpable, very much involved with Jeffrey Epstein. And it's like I said, just kind of kidding around. It's like they're all playing in the water at the beach, and everybody's like, "Oh, look, the Democrats are all cool. They're having fun at the beach." And then they find out that everybody's on to them, that they're not cool, they're not fun, and they're trying to take down America. So they stab one of themselves and say, "Jeffrey Epstein," and then they run from the water as sharks start to eat some of their own. And they're like, "Oh, look, poor us, a shark came," that you don't know that they chummed the water with some of their own people, right? So that's what they did with Jeffrey Epstein. So take attention away from the rest of them so that they can still come out and attack Donald Trump. And it's like, "Oh, look, it's Donald Trump's fault. It's Donald Trump's fault the sharks were in the water eating us." So this is going to continue until, like I said, November. It's November next year. It's going to be, so here we have, another 11 months to put up with these jackasses. It's insane. They all should be thrown in prison. Now, when I say this, you know that I don't mean all Democrats, right? Because more people watch my show, and I look at where the numbers come from. More people watch my show from Chicago, which is almost always number one. Chicago, as we know, is very much a liberal city, but the people that have built that city through generations of sweat, tears, and blood are concerned that their city is about to go Marxist and they're going to lose control of their city. Same thing in New York. Probably number two is New York, and then we have LA, San Francisco, and then around the world, Australia. Very, very high numbers, a little bit of Canada. You would think Canada being right next door, English speakers, they'd be way up there. Britain, so there are people all over the world that watch this program that want to see, maybe they are a leftist, all right? But they don't want to see the leftists get out of control like we're seeing to the extreme point of Marxism and take over and destroy everything that they've fought for, like I said, for generations. So regardless of your political persuasion, we know that there are some very serious problems, not only in America, but the rest of the world. And America falls, the rest of the world will fall, right? So we've seen, I had a friend that's in Charleston, South Carolina. We've seen some very strange activity. This is not unusual because I've trained all over the world, other countries, special forces, and so forth. We never give them, or we used to not, I don't know about now, we never gave them our best stuff because we thought at some point we may fight these people. And of course, that's what we've been doing. But a friend of mine, videoed in Charleston, South Carolina at a sub shop where they come in with a bus and all these soldiers got out from other countries, right? Of course, there was American with them, but you're looking at them and it looks like, I don't know, a Middle Eastern, I don't know, all over the world, Kuwait, who knows? Maybe even Ukrainians, who knows, right? So this is one of the things I think at some point America needs to stop doing this. Stop training other countries' militaries, right? We need to get all of our 109 bases or whatever we have all over the world and stop it, all right? Maybe a few bases all over the world, but we need, this is obvious that America has been, exerting control all over the world. It's just got to stop. We need to pull all that money back to America. It just really irritates me when I see seniors who should be, enjoying their lives, unless they were lucky and, made fortunes, which not everybody does. A lot of people rely on Social Security because we were told that that's going to take care of you, pay into the system, and then when you retire, you're going to have all this money. No, there's no money in Social Security. And seniors are struggling, all of them that are relying on Social Security, even relying on, I remember my mom, she had Social Security, she had Medicare, she had retirement from the state of South Carolina after working there, for 30 years. She barely got by. If it wasn't for, family helping her out, she'd been in a bad way, all right? So I came in and really helped her out a lot. Fortunately, I was in a position because I was working for Blackwater and then eventually CIA. So I was making a lot of extra money, but not everybody can afford that, right? And so it is criminal what has been going on in America. Now, President Trump is talking about now, with all the tariffs, making enough money from the tariffs that stopping taxation, right? So on January 1st, from that point on, seniors don't get their Social Security tax. Hello, thank you. At least that's going to help a little bit. And then people that work in the bar, that make tips and so forth, waitresses, waiters, so forth, their income won't be taxed because, for a lot of, unless you work in a very high-end area, even sometimes in a high-end area, you don't make a lot of tips. It's crazy to me. But if you're working in just the average place, I remember I worked at Black Angus and bar and grill and steakhouse, and we were kind of like on the, I'd say, middle to low income area. And even though it's a great restaurant, people didn't tip. The waitresses talked about how when they came in and said, you're going to have to claim this much in tips, there were a lot of waitresses like, I don't make that much in tips, and now I have to pay the government. So it's very frustrating for a lot of people that, struggle, just on the lower spectrum. So President Trump is starting the process of stopping the taxation guys completely, doing away with Federal Reserve, doing away with the IRS. And now he just by himself can't do that. It has to be we the people. It was always supposed to be we the people, and then this deep state government started taking over. All right, so he's trying to reverse all that, and in the meantime, the deep state government and the deep state military and the deep state press are coming at him left and right. So the latest bullshit that we see from the deep state Democrats are that they're attacking President Trump and Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War. Should have always been Secretary of War and they made it Secretary of Defense, right? I can tell you as a fighter, you go into a fight defensive mindset, you are going to lose. So President Trump got it back to an offensive Secretary of War. So now we're offensive, destroying the enemy that is literally destroying America like never before, and that's through the drug trade. All right, fentanyl and all the illicit drugs that are coming into America, killing Americans on a level that's never been seen in any war in existence, right? So that's been turned around. So what did the Democrats do? Instead of being, hallelujah, you're saving us, and you're going to cut taxes so we get people have more to spend, they're attacking him, all right? They're attacking the Trump administration and everyone that is in the Trump administration, of course, Pete Hegseth. So I told you before that when I was in the military and in the CIA, there were missions that we had where you go in and you don't take prisoners, right? Because they're all extreme criminals. They're all terrorists. The terrorists that are bringing drugs to America that are killing millions of Americans. What do you want? Do you want to allow them, Democrats? Do you want to allow them to, those two, they call them two sailors that were stranded. No, they're criminal terrorists that were in the process of going to bring drugs that were going to kill possibly thousands and thousands of Americans. You don't give them quarter. They're pirates. They're pirates. You like pirates? Go to Disneyland. Go to Disney World and ride the pirate ride. Yo ho ho, pirate's life for me. Look back in time. Pirates weren't good. All right. So those Disney criminals, right? I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole too much, but we're looking at the law of the sea. Not so good for America, guys. The pirate law, right? So that's what they tried to invoke. Like, pirates are cool. They're just fun, No, those stories about them raping and burning towns and stealing and maiming, killing. Oh, no. It's just fun. They're just fun. No, they were evil. Every time they were seen, they were killed, all of them. So, and that's what we're seeing right now. So the Democrats, as we know, it's all about the drug trade, guys. The Democrats are benefiting from it. That Democrat that probably would have gone into, office there in Nashville, she's benefiting from the drug trade. They supported her. They almost got her into office. All right. So this is what we're seeing from the Democrats, guys. All right. Whether you've been a lifelong Democrat and you're not going to leave the Democrat Party, it doesn't matter to me, but you need to understand that the Democrat Party is not the party of JFK, right? It's gone, long gone, right? They killed him. All right? And it's not going to ever come back. So it's been a long downhill slope ever since then, guys, for Democrat Party. And at this point, it's pure evil to me. I keep saying the Democrat Party is going to go away. That doesn't mean that you go away because you're Democrat. You're just going to find something else to support, guys. All right? It's no big deal. Stop supporting Democrats, right? They are evil. Their whole organization is completely evil. You got to stop it. You got to train yourself to break free, right? All right, so we're going to see more of this coming. Like I said, more of the bullshit coming from this side. Now let's play a little bit of a little clip. Now there are good Muslims, guys. All right, so there was a Muslim group that actually brought me to Paris for the Muslim kids, right? So Muslim, what are they called? I never was in it, but the Boy Scouts. So the Muslim Boy Scouts brought me to Paris to talk, and it wasn't the normal Muslims. There's different sects of Muslims, and if you look at the different sects, there's one sect that's very spiritual, the whirling dervishes. If you look at Rumi, the Islam poet. All right, so he wasn't an Islamist. He was part of the Muslim, because the Islamists came in and basically took over. So these very incredible spiritual people join it or die, right? So that's the way it was. You join us or you die. So they're like, okay, we'll join you. We'll still be spiritual and we'll still do our thing. So everywhere they're at, though, they get hammered. The Sunni and the Shia, I call them the Shiites, right? The Shits, right? The Shiites and the Sunni basically war against each other, and they're not so much good guys, right? Of course, there's good people within everything. There's good people in every religion, but there's, I would say, on the most part, Muslims, unfortunately, don't do well with others. They come in and they basically take over. They almost completely took over Europe, and Europeans finally got some balls and pushed back. Europeans now don't have any balls, and so is America going to be the same? Are we going to let these evil Muslim types come in and take over America? So this is Alex Jones. We're going to listen to a little piece of this, and we'll you guys make your own ideas of what you want to support, what you don't want to support. I can tell you from my experience, for 25, 24 years, 25, 26, 35 years. All right, so most of it, I say 27, 28 years being around the Islamists, not so much good guys. All right. There are exceptions, of course, like I talked about. There are beautiful people. I've met many Muslims that are beautiful people, but we're going to have to be very careful going forward. I think a lot of these Somalis need to go.
I'm here from a horrible country. They don't contribute, and then they're not even grateful. There's no gratitude. There's no reverence. There's no appreciation. And he's right. Ilhan Omar, that other one that just ran for mayor, they're not loyal to America. They don't even like America. And he's right. All they do is whine and complain.
Okay, so you guys remember, so I have some buddies that were in SEAL Team 6, and they were overseas trying to feed the Somalis. All right, feed the Somalis. Somalis are warring against each other, and then they're like, "Oh, you're trying to feed the person we're warring against." It's kind of like that same thing, the Muslims against Muslims. All right, so they came in and started to kill Americans and the peacekeeping force. They're trying to give them food. So remember all the "We Are the World," Michael Jackson and all the stars. Give to feed the people of Africa. And so people gave millions, billions, and it went to the Somalis. And what do they do for thanking us? They killed us. They killed us. And they're going to kill us again in our country, guys.
I love that he says all they do is bitch. It's true. That's all they do. And we don't want them here. Does anybody think America's made better by a bunch of Somalian immigrants? We don't want them here. It's just not a good idea. Don't need them.
And it's so healthy to start differentiating and bring back common sense. That was so revolutionary. Wow.
It is, but now we need to see something done about it. They need to go into Minneapolis and liberate the city, because otherwise it's all talk. Okay, it's a great statement, that.
All right, so I can tell you some horror stories of the guys that were in Somalia, and they said that when they started getting attacked, the Somalis hid behind women and children and fired at them as they're driving through the streets trying to get the hell out of there, right? They had wounded. One of my buddies said he had a knife on his side. They were like, bullets were coming through. He said he took off his body armor and put it on the side of the door, and they were driving through the city, and the bullets were hitting his body armor instead of going into him. He said that he got back from them shooting for like hours at them, and his knife, he had it in a scabbard. There was a bullet hole. It had saved his leg. So if he'd gone in where his hip was, he probably would have bled out. So they had all of these Army guys in the back, Rangers, they're in the back, they're all shot up, and they just put them in the back of this Humvee. So my SEAL Team 6 buddies were like driving and they told me, Mike, we were just shooting. If they were shooting us, we were just shooting. We knew there were women and children that were in front of them, but we had no choice. We just shot at where the fire was coming from. And they had women and children lining the streets, and behind them were the men firing at them. All right. So he said there was one spot where they stopped so they could get communication. You remember all the helos were being shot down and everything? So they were trying to go to where the helos were and help the guys, Delta guys, like fast roped in, Delta snipers fast roped in. Both of them got the Medal of Honor because it was a one-way mission, but they went in anyway. So they're like, you guys know that you're going in and you may not come back. And they're like, yeah. So they fast roped in from a helicopter and went in to try and save the helicopter pilots. And they fought to the death. So that was the way it was. I mean, people were storming them like crazy. It was unbelievable. And so my buddy was telling me how they were, trying to make communication. They had stopped the convoy. They're in this intersection. This old woman, he said, walked out into the street, down the street, and then she walks back. And then an RPG came and blew up close to where their vehicle was. And then this old woman comes back and she looks at them. She saw where the RPG hit, and they were like, what is she doing? And she walked back, and then RPG almost blew up right on them. So the woman walked back, and they're like, she's spotting for them. So they shot her, right? It was like that. It was insane. All of these people were trying to kill everybody. These are the Somalis that we have in our country now. Maybe not all of them. Of course, I said there's good people everywhere, guys. But these are mostly the people that have come here, and they're terrorists. We have to stop now, why would the Democrats want these terrorists to come into our country? Because they're going to vote for them. Just like if that Nashville woman that hates Nashville, if there'd been more people, because the reason why she got so close is because they had mail-in voting still. If the Republicans hadn't shown up in massive numbers, she would have won, and that would be we're closer to destruction here in America. All right, so it's going to continue to come, guys. So I got to jump off. I got another show. So lots of love. Stay in the love vibration. It's going to get hectic out there. These Democrats want to destroy our country.